Hello Mousers, welcome to another episode of The Zog. For those of you who don't know, this is a weekly vlog where I talk about my life and what I've been doing. Starting off this week with the Olympic torch. It came through Bolton, so I went along and had a look. And it was amazing how many people were in the middle of the town square, where normally you would see maybe 50 people, there were about 2,000. So it was like, oh wow, this place, which I normally think is quite big, actually isn't that big at all. It's quite difficult to get moved around. As you can see from the footage that I'm showing here, there was a lot of party atmosphere about, because when you're waiting around to see what is effectively a giant match be taken past by a guy running, well, you really need something to keep you occupied until it arrives. So it was interesting to go down and just see how much interest there is in the Olympics, when normally, according to the papers and according to the comments I see on Facebook and things like that, there's not a huge amount of interest, usually due to the fact that basically it's a big sporting event that a lot of people have no interest in apart from one or two events. So speaking of the games, there's a game that I've been playing on the internet a little these days. I used to play Discworld Mud, but it's changed a lot in terms of the type of person that's there. All my friends left and went on to other things, and the people that's left, their way of playing is different to how I used to enjoy playing. So I've moved over to this new game that has been set up by one of the previous people who used to run Discworld and is now running a zombie apocalypse survival mode. It's basically, it's like every zombie apocalypse film you've ever seen, plus every zombie apocalypse computer game that you've ever played, molded into one free-to-play text-based adventure game, which is fantastic. So I've been playing that. It's called Epitaph. It's at dracos.co.uk. I'll put a link across the bottom of the screen, and I recommend giving it a look. It's very good fun. Speaking of very good fun, I know something that isn't: dieting. I'm not doing very well. Unfortunately, I've been using people coming around to visit and barbecues and things like that as an excuse for why I've not lost weight, but the truth is I just like calories too much. I am trying, I'm getting exercise, I'm doing the exercise regularly, and I'm just trying my best to keep going and see whether I can drop my weight. I've lost about half a stone so far, so it's not brilliant, but it's not bad. So we'll see how that goes. The Diamond Jubilee came and went. We hoisted the flag, which was nice. It's good to see the flag getting some use. I've had it for 15 years or thereabouts, and it used to just hang from the ceiling in my bedroom because I had a bed that was built into the wall, so I could have my desk and a sofa and my TV set underneath the bed up there with a little library of books. And I used to cover the front of the bed with flags. I had the British flag and I had the English flag, and they used to hang down. And that's quite nice. But now we've actually got it hoisted on a mast on the boat, and that's floating and flapping around. And that looks pretty damn good. So I was really happy with that. And it's nice to show a bit of patriotism. Jen wants to keep the flag flying out the house, actually, on a proper flagpole. And I'm not against this. I'm not saying we're going to do it straight away, of course. But eventually, perhaps we'll do that. We'll either mount the post on the side of the house on the wall, or we'll get a proper flagpole, and we'll see how that goes. One of the two. But it'll probably happen. But that's all I've really been doing this week. A lot of the time I've been seeing people, visiting people, or we've been dealing with getting work back together. Work is incredibly difficult to pick up these days. I'm on just about every single freelancing website that's out there. I'm applying for jobs left, right and centre through normal means, but I'm a professional writer and cartoonist, and unfortunately in this day and age there's not a lot of call for cartoonists when newspapers are closing down, and when it comes to writers there's a lot of people out there who want something for nothing but aren't willing to pay for it, you know. So getting work is difficult, but I'm going to plod on and see what happens, because if you don't try you won't get, and that's something that, if anyone takes anything away from these videos, that's what it should be. You've got to try, because if you don't, someone else will do it. So there we go, we've got a moral this week. So I think at this point we should stop while we're ahead. So until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching The Zog. Don't forget to click the like button, share it as you will, and click on subscribe to get more videos in the future. Until next time, bye bye.